Well, what's up, everybody? CI84 Show Live, episode 97. I got Mofo and Nuts.
Awesome.
Adam. Mallet to the left of him.
Hola.
I almost called you Danger Mallet, but that wouldn't make any sense.
God.
Oh, I mixed you up with the other guy.
The other guy. The Pleasure Master.
Yeah. Well, these are some dry nuts. We also got Doubleback. You can kind of see his body. Right there, a foot. You can see his member. It's big. Sticking up over.
Are you a member?
Today's a big day.
It's your birthday tomorrow.
That's right. Doubleback turns 42 in about 5 hours.
Give me too much credit, man.
So, ladies out there,
66.
he's looking for some birthday sex. So, start lining up right now. We'll start taking requests. I want to come home from work tomorrow and this apartment smell like sex and hockey equipment, not because of me.
You want to come home and see all these photos about to fall off the wall
yeah.
from just rattling.
Leave a trail of our panties on the way to the living room. Into the
I'll be
bath.
working a 12-hour shift and getting a visit from OSHA, so.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah,
OSHA,
it's
I
sexy.
had to deal with them.
Yes.
You know what OSHA means? It's going to be some chick in a hot hat shows up and she's going to break away a fucking jumpsuit on.
Well, that's the fantasy, but that's about as unlikely as sitting next to that hot girl on the airplane. It just never happens. That you
Yeah.
talk to and fantasize about. Just
Happened to me once.
The OSHA
But
people are usually 350-pound men.
Yeah.
The only time I ever sat next to a hot girl on an airplane was her bachelorette party. We were flying to Vegas together. It was my first one. And then she was like, didn't want to get married or anything. I'm like, me neither. I'm like, this is fun. So her other cock-blocking friend, I guess it was her brother that she was marrying, so that was a little bit of a damper.
Yeah.
We did get drunk enough that the girl who was getting married did order a bottle of champagne from the row. So the three of us were drinking champagne. Meanwhile, my father's in the same flight as me. He was like 2 rows back. And on Virgin Air, you could order drinks per 2 people's seats.
Mm.
So I kept ordering my father shots and drinks, and he was hammered by the time he got off.
Nice.
What about all the times you sat next to me? Am I not considered?
Oh,
Susie.
yeah.
Deciding to.
You don't count, though.
No.
Drop the hammer.
Yeah.
You won the battle, Suze.
Yeah.
You were the one who he caught. So.
No, he didn't catch. I caught.
Oh.
Oh, she caught. Oh, she's a catcher. Oh.
Arty's a little minnow swimming in Suze.
I'm glad I'm not the gay one in the relationship, the catcher,
Arty's-
if you will.
Arty's Nemo.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why she wears big glasses. I told her she has to put windshields on them because of stuff. So it's we got big days. This is why I need 4 TVs in the living room. So we got a schedule release, we got a Bruins playoff game, we got a Celtics playoff game, and we got a Red Sox Yankees game.
You
If
poor
I had
thing.
4 TVs right now, I would be able to watch all 4 at once.
You poor
Well,
thing.
3, because the Red Sox aren't.
I'm just I need a tablet. It's like I might as well be watching it on the back of a JetBlue plane.
Or you could go to a bar.
Could go to a bar, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I could just have my living room. I could just have 4 TVs. The price it would cost me for 4 TVs to hook up in my living room would be the cost of like 1 month of me going to the bar to do the same exact thing.
How many are in that rec room? That's the building over. With
One.
The pool tables. Is just one.
One,
Is it
yeah.
1 or 2.
I
One
think
big
the,
TV.
I think the room's closed right now, though.
Why? What happened? Sex going on?
I don't know. Last time I went in there, they said the room's closed. There was
They-
a sign on the door.
They said that?
Yeah, they're like renovating it, I think.
It smelled like sex and hockey equipment? I didn't
It
get
said
a
it was
memo.
closed. I didn't go in there.
I would have went in
I
there anyways.
respect the signs on
Yeah.
the door.
She's a sign respecter.
It's very nice of you.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
do the same though. What are
If
you
the
gonna do?
door says "Do not enter," I don't enter. I peek through a window.
He's a peeping Tom, if you will.
It's weird. It's light
Watch
out.
out, ladies. It is weird doing a show when it's light
I
out.
know. I feel like I took a half day and came here right now. That's what it feels like.
The weather lady said it's going to be like 5:15 tomorrow, or next week. The sun's going to rise. It's nice taking the dogs out and it's like sunny out, you know? Or I'm driving home from work and it's not like depressingly dark.
Oh
you know?
God, it's horrible.
Like this is nice. Like at least it doesn't feel as late as, even though it's like 6:51
Mm.
on a Wednesday, day of the Lord. Good Wednesday,
Good Wednesday.
because Easter's Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
Right? Sunday. This,
Friday,
I
Saturday,
can almost start
Sunday.
doing the stuff I gave
Monday.
up.
One of those days.
Can almost start doing the stuff I gave up for Lent.
That's
That's gonna be fun.
What'd you give up for Lent?
I know. What did you give up for Lent?
Drinking
How's that
whiskey.
going? Oh, whiskey. Yeah.
I don't drink whiskey anyway, so
I'm not religious, so I really don't know. No,
you don't like when the Easter Bunny comes over and brings you some
I'm
eggs.
terrified of the Easter Bunny.
Yeah?
I don't like the Easter Bunny.
You think the carrot's really a dildo?
the what?
The carrot the Easter Bunny carries?
Oh, Maybe.
Maybe that's what I think.
I maybe stole like Frosty's nose.
You know,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I never thought of that.
Well, that's cool, but
Yeah.
still, this carrot.
Yeah, but poor Frosty's walking around. He doesn't have a nose.
No. No, the Easter
Yeah.
bunnies. I don't like the thought of a giant
knows.
6-foot-tall bunny, and the thing they do with their nose, where they scrunch it up, that kind of seems terrifying to me.
Would you let your kids sit on the Easter Bunny's lap at the mall?
No.
He's like registered sex offenders, and it costs them.
I don't know what's under there.
What's the difference of sitting on the Easter Bunny as opposed to sitting on Santa?
Oh, anything.
Probably the same person.
No, I'm saying like anything.
But at least you can make eye contact with the Santa and say, okay, you just get a feel for them, right? But the Easter Bunny, it's a mask.
Yeah.
You know, and a giant head, so that kind of freaks me out a little more, you know? But even though it is probably the same.
Probably the same guy.
Probably. Who knows?
No.
That's kind of creepy.
Just a peace of mind.
What kind of guy wants strange kids sitting on their laps if you're not a pervert?
Everyone's got a price.
Like, I can't imagine one day I'm like, I could use a part-time job. Let me be Santa Claus.
I guess if you're retired.
I guess.
I mean, you were a fry cook.
Was that was a nightmare of a job.
Not even a fry cook, a fry cleaner.
Fry cleaner. If I don't know how to do that, that would have made me hate that place. I'm telling you. Fenway Park, that is. So Sox suck.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
The whole division sucks.
Me and allegedly I was at the game Monday.
Were you the guy flying the drone?
No,
remember
that's
this in the report.
fucking hilarious though. What balls to fly it over during the game?
That has like restricted airspace over it.
I mean, there's some drone. If you go online, there's some cool drone footage over Fenway Park, like on a day there's no game there, like in February. No one's gonna draw attention to yourself. You can do that all you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's fucking flying a drone that's blinking like a UFO
Game
right
time.
over left field.
Yeah, during
I
game
mean,
time.
Yeah, it's come on.
Isn't there
Not
something
possible.
that?
What
isn't there
spot? What?
Celtics lead series 2-1 over Pacers. Game 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe they mean game 2 at the Garden?
Nope.
Game
This is
2
actually
at the-
game 2 period.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't lead the series 2-1.
I think someone had a little bit of a typo over there on Fox 25. You're the girl who used to date sister. Call her up. She screwed up.
Yeah, she probably did. I can't stand her.
What did the sister look like? Anything like her?
Not really.
No. She kind of has an annoying face,
She does.
like a punchable face.
But
you know?
I was reading how someone had
I
to
would say.
Yeah.
also that with the drone, someone had to override. I guess there's a block to not allow any Wi-Fi or something that wouldn't allow a
That's
drone to
legit.
fly over.
I got you.
But someone had to override it to allow
That's what
that
they meant.
to
Yeah.
allow that drone to fly over Fenway Park.
Yeah, I've lost my drone in the sky before, and then I crashed into a lake. I was flying it, and I was using Wi-Fi to go back and forth to communicate from this drone to the controller. And when it goes to a certain point, if you don't have a GPS coordinate set up for it, it just stops. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go up, doesn't go down, left or right, it just hovers. And you only have a half-hour battery. And when that battery's up, it'll land itself.
That's cool though, as long as it's not over a highway.
As long as it's not over water, like mine
Water.
did. Mine landed right in the fucking lake.
Yeah, you got it back though, didn't you?
I got it, but they blew the engines out.
Yeah.
The motors never worked the same.
Did you say it would be cheaper just to buy a new one than to have it repaired?
Yeah, basically. So, all right, so we already knew this. I don't know. The Patriots' schedule got leaked today. It was one of the only teams that the entire schedule got
I
leaked.
think the Giants schedule got leaked, the Jets schedule got leaked, the Browns schedule, the Bills schedule.
A lot of the teams that played, yeah.
It was like 10
here's the thing.
12 teams.
Who the
schedules.
fuck cares about a stupid schedule release party? No one gives a shit.
It
Okay.
it would be funny if the NFL was so offended that in that amount of time they've reconfigured.
They really
I
called it.
am so
the entire
happy
schedule.
they can't because the teams already have the friggin' ticket databases.
Well,
in.
the schedule probably was done in like January, like right when the season.
So I
ended.
tried tracking
Next year's schedule is probably done too.
Oh yeah, I tried no, except for the team that wins the division. That's the only team you don't know. Could you play the winner of the division, of the other divisions? So you don't know who's going to win the
Well,
division.
most of your schedule's done.
Yeah, all but 3
You have
games.
your opponents.
You have your opponents. You have all. No, you don't. You have those three. You don't have those 3 opponents.
I believe the opponents are set through the next.
No, 3 of them are wild cards. You play 2 of them are wild cards. You play the winner of the other 2 divisions. You don't play for the year. So, for example, playing Houston because we're not playing the AFC South. AFC South winner was Houston. We're playing them.
Yeah. What do you think of the Demaryius Thomas signing?
That's not bad.
I'm
I don't think
fine.
bad.
It's fine. It's worth a shot. I could always cut him.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
Just
see,
2 teams for 2020 are not announced.
yeah, it's the 2 winners of the other division you're not playing. So it'd be 2020. I don't think.
AFC North and South.
Yeah.
people like freaking out like he's soft. Why'd they sign him?
Dude,
And he's
they're,
kinda
they
soft.
it's only costing them $100,000. You see that?
Oh, it's up to $6 million in incentives.
Yeah.
though,
So
right?
if he shows up day one and then it says "fuck it, we don't want you," it's costing him $100,000.
Yeah.
He can make up to $7 million during.
Yeah.
And some
6
of the
or 7.
incentives, if he hits, the Pats will be good. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like touchdowns, there's yards, there's all that. So like if
I think
you
they'll be fine.
I've always thought of him as soft, but he's still worth it.
Well, as long as he doesn't do who's the guy who was in the Colts all this year that came in?
Reggie Wayne.
Reggie Wayne, yeah, and it was like, yeah, I quit.
Yeah, he was already old and probably was like, I don't want to.
Demarius Thomas, I believe, is going to be the 5th wide receiver that Tom Brady's had.
That Peyton Manning has had?
To me,
No, that is had like 5,000 yard seasons or something.
there's a lot of because you got to think Jermaine Williams was first on the Patriots, then he went to Peyton in Indy. So he was the opposite.
I would love to know how many they've shared. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's probably about 10 to 15.
That sounds about right.
Because there's people that
passing them.
Passing them around.
I don't think it's been that many.
Let's see.
I go 6.
Well, can you count Reggie Wayne? Never played a real game.
Never played a game. So
He
can't
was on
count
the but he probably I'll include practices.
I won't.
No, you don't
No.
think so?
Well,
He
it's
wore
a-
I wouldn't
Patriots
even
jersey.
include preseason.
Okay.
Well, we got Welker,
I'm sure there's a few no names of people who we don't even really. They were never really
See,
good, but they were. maybe on the
Wiggins, Jermaine Wiggins.
team. I'm sure I could look this up.
Yeah, I'm
Austin Collie.
Yeah, Austin Collie, Concussion Collie. It's 3. Peyton did play in Denver though. So is there any crossover from Denver?
I'm
Welker.
gonna try to find this.
Bronco rally, yeah. It was just Welker, right? So the only way now Thomas.
Yeah.
Demarius.
Maybe it's not that many.
I wonder if you just type in players who have caught touchdowns from both Brady and.
But I just don't want touchdowns. I want like.
Yeah, but at least they'll give you like a generalized list.
Yeah.
How about ladies that they touch together? How about that? How you like that, apples? Hey guys. Which is fine. So it looks like our annual trip, I guess, probably gonna be Washington, week 5. I booked the hotels. Which is named Alex Wallace or Maddie. One of you can come. Maybe we'll win a game with Mikey.
What? What are you talking about?
Mikey's every time Mikey goes with us, we lose.
Uh,
But Brady's never lost to Washington before, so I think it'll be good.
Are you Googling that, Joey? Are you Googling that or not? I will if you're not. So I don't want us to both Google the same thing.
Google might explode.
Okay, then I won't.
Google might just blow up.
I was going to, but
Google's probably saying there's 2 people.
Wes Welker was the 4th player. Nope, that was 2013.
Okay.
As of 2013, Wes Welker was the 4th player to catch a pass from both Brady and Manning.
just possible. Maybe 2 more since then have, not just a reception.
Yeah.
I'd say 6 is a fair number.
Were there any running backs both teams shared? Oh, what was his name? Edwin James. Did he play in the Pats at all?
Edgerrin James, no.
Yeah, no.
Sounds like a common name, though. You probably
Yeah.
throw that out there.
He was like the big guy in Indy for all those years.
As of 2013, Jermaine Wiggins, Wes Welker, Terrence Small, and Dan Klecko.
Wow. That's 2 random people right there. I guess it's only been 2. 4.
But
You count Dan Klecko?
No.
Who the
I mean,
fuck
have
is-
to.
I don't remember Dan Klecko.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
you?
There's probably some people we've never really.
Dan Klecko.
Benny
Muffin and Terry.
Fowler. Benny Fowler became the 4th player to catch a pass from both Mannings.
Okay.
That'd be more interesting, I think.
You think so? I don't know.
Huh?
Eli's never really had the wide receiver core, and then when he did, they kind of stayed there. They didn't go anywhere. Eli's such a fucking joke.
It
How
wasn't-
stupid are the fucking Giants?
That
to
hasn't
keep
been
that guy
updated.
around?
Honestly, I don't think that.
2013.
Honestly, I think it has more to do with the offensive line than Eli's performance. Personally, Eli's not. He actually had a decent year last year statistically. If you look at it, he was,
I mean, he's not that good of a quarterback. Even the years they
He's
won the
okay.
Super Bowl, it
He's
was
not.
like it was defense. It wasn't
Yeah.
like he was slinging balls like an all-star. You know,
Well, in the
he had
last
2
drive, that
two
was
lucky
it.
fucking catches in the last 2
yeah,
drives.
but that offensive line has been horrible.
Oh, terrible.
Which
Which it brings delight to my eyes because every time I look up and I see fucking Eli on the ground,
ass,
and he
yeah.
has that stupid gaze, stupid retarded Peyton Manning look on their face, like they just got hit by a fucking car. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
I remember talking to you, Joey, about that before the last season started. I remember being like, we were talking about the offensive line of the Giants and how possibly it could be fixed now, and it wasn't.
No.
Like at least Peyton can be sort
Saquon
of,
Barkley doesn't need an offensive line.
No, but because he's young and awesome. That's why.
until he gets injured.
Yeah.
You know.
But they didn't need to draft him.
All
They
right,
shouldn't
we're
have drafted
picking a date for the fucking fantasy draft today, so you guys can all clear your fucking schedule so we all can be here. Because I'm sick of this. Half of us here for a friggin' draft, and the other ones, everyone's drafting online.
him.
All right, so it's gonna be like the 3rd.
All right, let's do it.
So whatever the
August 17th,
okay, what day is that on?
What day is that?
Saturday.
Saturday. Done. August
What time?
17th.
What time?
I'll do noon, and I'll have the wife cook us a big lunch.
Done. That's fine. If I'm not working.
Yeah, that way we all can be here August 17th. If you're in our fantasy football league, let's be here because I did the pathetic margaritas one last year, and that was just 2 of us showed up. And we're sitting there staring at each other with a laptop like, sorry souls.
Just don't forget
like
the
how
date.
you used to stare at me at the
Don't
studio.
forget the
and some
date
of
you
them
chose.
was like that.
August 17th. I got it.
Was it as sexy?
It wasn't as sexy.
No, not as sexy.
No.
As our eye contact. Damn.
Well, just bring your laptop or your iPad. We have internet connection. That way we all could sit here and we could gaggle. We have the big board. The board. We'll go to the board again.
I am not on board duty.
I still have an extra board somewhere. I lost it though. I never got a chance
That
to
was the
return
most
it.
stressed out I've ever been.
It's in your car? Oh. I don't even be able.
Lose anything, just look at my car.
I don't because you were supposed to mail it, weren't you? Were you supposed to return it for me? Is that the reason it's in your car?
You never gave me the stuff for it.
Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna be sitting there with like noise cancellation headphones while I do it because I don't want people trying to be, hey, trying to.
It's usually a fun
put
time,
things
you know.
into my ears, maybe like, hey, if you draft this guy, I'll let you draft that guy.
And none of that went on.
Yeah, no, we usually kind of sit
I know
here.
people
We,
do too.
we have TV on. We kind of.
I mean, I was
Joe was struggling. We had the board up on the doors
I
over
wasn't
there.
struggling. I was
Maybe-
flying through that stuff.
Maybe you purposely say something out loud.
Well, how about we do it this year?
year?
How about we get
I'm
a?
gonna wear noise.
We just get a 13th person who's not in the league to run the board.
Well, that doesn't
I
seem
don't care.
fun
I
for
know,
them.
that's cool.
How about
Yeah.
your mom?
No,
Oh man.
that would just that's terrible.
When in round 7, she's putting
You know
up
what?
the
The
sack pick.
comedic factor alone, though, would make it worth
even
it.
that the players are color coded by position, would still cause confusion. I think.
That was confusion for me.
I mean,
a
we
lot of
should
fun
we
like
should get who can we get like a 4th? Like Mikey's not in the league. Maybe Mikey will come over and
Oh,
be
man.
Vanna White for us. You know, or Eric. Maybe Eric can be Vanna White. We
Good.
could find someone. I could go downstairs and get the Indian guy that lives below us. One of them. There's like 15 of them live in the bunk beds below us. So maybe
Oh, man. Yeah.
every day he plays one song really loud, and that's it. I think that's his hour of free music time. Like we'll be sitting here else on the flow shake, and he's playing like some like who's the redhead guy? Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
He was jamming out to him the other day, and then the song's over, and then he shuts it off. I think he's only allowed one loud song a day. I think that's it. Poor guy. Doug's watching, by the way.
Who's Doug?
Doug, a man I never met before, but me and him
Uh-oh.
know everything intimately about each other's
You
lives.
just lost your signal.
Yeah, the wire's loose.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh,
yeah.
God, it's like an earthquake.
Jeez.
There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
Just a
Still on there.
ghost disturbance.
I think so. I think it's a lot of like static, a lot of electromagnetic waves, you know? So what has happened in the last week or so?
Well, if you're a dork like I am, there was a lot of Star Wars stuff and Game of Thrones stuff.
I like Star Wars.
and-
I have not seen the trailer yet.
You haven't? We can watch it after.
We could watch it.
I will say there's nothing. I would say the last 5 seconds are pretty much the trailer. Like the rest of the trailer, it's like, okay. And then the last 5 seconds, like, whoa.
Yeah. I kind of wanted to.
It's a teaser trailer. It's
I
not a
might
real
want to
trailer.
refresh myself on episode 8 first, so I can kind of get some connection because I only seen episode 8 once. I seen it at the movies,
Yeah, that's all you really need to see. It.
and it's like,
Which one would you take, by the way?
with the daughters.
Yeah, which one? I wouldn't take
Right.
either of them out of bed, but if you had to pick one.
I say right. She looks more like Auntie Becky. I used to want to bang Aunt Becky back in the day.
I agree. I just wish that I agree. I would have picked that one too. I just wish she had the other one's eyes.
Yeah.
Actually, I wish I could swap
Yeah,
eyes.
I agree. Aunt Becky
that's
doesn't
all I
look
would
bad for a 50-something-year-old woman.
No, she doesn't. Not at all.
She's gonna be passed around in the women's prison like
Oh man,
like a cigarette.
she was an idiot. She's fighting it. If she took the plea deal, she'd be fine.
Yeah, they say she would have got a 7-month suspended sentence. That all you got to do is stay out of trouble for the 7 months. Now she's what do they call it? She's poking the bear.
And the other person took the deal.
Yeah, the one from Housewives,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but
Desperate Housewives.
think how stupid that is.
She
Like-
got 7 months, but it's not gonna be 7 months of hard time. It's gonna be 7 months, probably suspended.
like Martha Stewart.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
fine. Maybe you have to do some community service shit. Like,
But like, think of how bad that even looks now. The other one took the deal.
Yeah.
and she doesn't. So now it's like, oh.
Yeah, but if she wins this,
they're
how
not
bad does
though.
it look like
There's like
the other
9
one?
counts of like
there's a
money
lot
laundering and
of,
shit like this. Like,
there's a
yeah, there's a lot to
lot
like.
to trace here. Easily to trace to her. It's all ego. It's what
It is ego. It is. I didn't know that Aunt Becky was such a bitch. She could just,
Oh, what's going on with Alex Trebek?
he has cancer.
She's got stage 4 cancer. Too.
Yeah, he's like. Who?
Has anyone won?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the guy. Who do you think's gonna happen first? That guy loses or Alex Trebek dies?
What guy?
Have you actually been watching?
I've been
Or
catching-
you just been like catching?
Just catch someone.
So this guy who's currently on Jeopardy, I can't remember his name. He's a professional gambler. He's won 8 straight games, and he's like
$500,000.
already a quarter of the way to the number 1 overall winnings.
He's a $500 million right now. He
And-
can't lose.
He has now within the 8 straight wins, he's set the top 3 single highest days
Yeah.
And all he does is he finds every daily double on the board.
Yep.
And if no matter how much money he has, he goes
Puts
all
it
in.
all in. So he doubles his money no matter what. And he just bank. And this guy can't get a fucking question wrong. He knows everything.
He's gotten 11 questions wrong in 8 games.
It's amazing.
For an earpiece.
And the balls to be up, like he'll be up like by like $10,000.
He'll be up by like 50 grand.
And go all in.
And go all in.
Go all in.
That's impressive. But I remember finding out a couple of years ago, though, that when you do Jeopardy, they're not just going to ask you any old question. You're actually provided a book well beforehand. But it's a thick-ass book of potential questions that they could
Do they
ask
really?
you to
Yeah.
study. Yeah.
So you have an idea of where you can narrow down your search?
Yeah, but like when you're on for 8, 10, 12, 14 games, like you don't have that much. They don't give you that much stuff.
Yeah.
To potentially go to all those.
No, I mean,
games.
you still got to memorize the shit,
Yeah,
too. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Do you also know that the Jeopardy is filmed? They do, I think it's either 4 or 5 games a day
Yeah.
for 2 weeks straight.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
And then
that
they
one.
don't film for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they film for
pretty
2
cool.
weeks.
Exactly.
So the people the new contestants, like when you first walk out, the people that first walk out tonight, they're going to find out right then and there that they're going up against someone who won 8 straight games and's already made $600,000.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which is crazy because this
they
guy takes, 2 weeks off, goes home? Do they provide him with hotels and shit like that?
You go home for the 2 weeks and you come back.
So what do you do the 2 weeks you're there? Playing.
There, yeah. But
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So the interesting thing, when Ken Jennings won the 80 straight games or whatever it was,
it's my uncle from accounting.
he was still playing
Look at that outfit. Oh, you missed it.
by the time his first episode started airing, and he was still filming his 80 straight games. Because they do
Crazy.
it like 3 months in advance.
Wow.
And he was dead?
No, he was still filming.
Oh.
He was
That'd be
still,
fucking
he
crazy
was still
if he's dead.
competing while his first episode started airing.
Interesting.
I will say, though, Trebek for stage 4 cancer looks really good. I will say
He's
he's
Canadian.
This is about
He's-
3 months, 2 months prior.
Well, but he still said he has it, and he said, I have stage 4 cancer, and he looks
that he
as
said
he does.
like a month ago. Yeah.
But that's how he looked when he said it.
Yeah.
So
Would you
I
ever
would
have
say he looked good for someone with stage 4.
Who do you think will take over?
I hope. I don't think he can. I feel like he's not replaceable. It's like you have the prices
Yeah, but
right.
you're not going to shut the show off.
No, you can't. But it's
Will
not,
Ferrell.
It's going to go down.
Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek.
It's like when someone took
That'd
over
be
when
funny.
Drew Carey took over for Bob Barker. The Price is Right.
Yeah.
Even though the Price is Right isn't as legendary as Jeopardy, like it's there, but it doesn't feel the same without Bob Barker and his little skinny microphone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, a little funny. Yeah.
It's like the end of an era. You know. It's
Even when the guy who died, who did the announcement
think
for
you
Price
need-
is Right, too.
I think you need
It's like not
someone
the same.
to take over for Jeopardy who's not an A-lister.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
got to be someone.
It's a name you know, but not.
I almost think it's going to be the guy from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Regis?
No,
I was gonna say
new
Re-
one that hosts The Bachelor.
I don't know who that
I
is.
don't know.
Oh, I know. Chris something.
Yeah, whoever it is.
Chris Pratt?
I think it's going to be him because they've gone through so many Who Wants to Be a Millionaire hosts. They can easily replace that.
The only A-lister I could see taking over for Jeopardy, and this would never happen, is George Clooney.
No,
I
not
would
even.
love to see George
I'm telling
Clooney
you,
in
Will
Jeopardy.
Ferrell as Alex Trebek.
Will Ferrell.
Just
as
let
Oz-
it go on.
Will Ferrell. That would. It would
No, because
Well, at least one
thinking,
episode.
Everyone's gonna be thinking Ron Burgundy. He's
Right.
gonna
Be the
play with
downfall of the
suit.
show.
Well, you seen the Saturday Night skit of Will Ferrell as Alex Trebek, right?
Yes,
It's
I
fucking
have.
hilarious. And then
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds was
Yes.
played by what's his name?
John C. Riley,
No, Tim.
Tim Allen,
No, he used to regular.
Tim
on,
Tracker.
regular. I wish regular on Saturday Night Live. But
I'll take the rapist.
Yeah,
That's
oh, yeah.
therapist.
yeah, the penis mighty is the pen is mighty. Fuck you and your mother, Trebek. He was supposed to be like Sean Connery, right?
Yes.
Yes, Sean Connery.
This is the sound a doggy makes. Moo.
No.
Oh wait, that's the sound your mother made.
Shit.
Yes. It's quite.
I have to say. So, Red Sox suck.
Yeah,
Yes.
not good.
I
give them another.
AL East sucks. So that's good.
Yes, the whole East
Tampa Bay's
sucks
good.
really bad. Right now, yes. Tampa Bay always comes out of the gate kind of hard. Yes. I will say.
I give it another 3 weeks. If they don't turn it around, I think we're done.
I'm more concerned about Sale than I am about the Red Sox.
Yeah, that's a mental thing right now because he was able to pitch in the high 90s.
He was.
yesterday, but he can't. It's mental. It's something in his mind. He needs a psychologist on. Maybe a handy.
Although I do question if there is something wrong with him, and he saw the writing on the wall, and then they were like, "We're going to
Could've
offer you this. I'll take it."
Yeah, no, I mean, it's smart to do that. I mean,
Yeah,
guaranteed money.
I would
fuck
do
it.
that. I know.
And they know the Red Sox are all about giving money to guys that don't play, like little what's this fucking Ruby?
What Dombrowski is.
Yeah, Dombrowski. You didn't see the patent when Dombrowski and fucking Henry ran the Marlins in '97. They did the same exact thing.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
They blew the fucking farm league like they did with the Marlins, and then the next year, after they won, right now the Red Sox are tied with the same worst record starting as the Marlins were in '98.
And Dombrowski in Detroit did the
Yep,
same thing.
got rid of
Remember
their home
Cabrera?
farm. Yep.
Biggest contract at the time. Just
Cleaned
give
out the
Cabrera
farm
all this
league.
money. Yep, we're gonna give Cabrera millions.
I like Dombrowski's not that smart. All he does is pay good players, which anyone could do,
Yes.
and trade the entire farm league for players.
Yeah.
I mean, me and you could do that.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, there's no difference between us
We
and
could.
fucking Dombrowski. Otherwise, we're not Polish.
And especially with you have a big budget team like the Red Sox,
yeah.
it's like, all right, you know what? But you do have to convince the owner. So I guess you have to have some social skills.
But if you have a relationship
You know.
like you did with John Henry, which he worked for him prior to that in Marlins, I mean, it's easy for me to convince you to do something that a complete stranger would be, just because of relationship purposes.
True.
So I mean, Dombrowski's like, we won it. He'll just be like, we won in Miami. We almost won in Detroit. You know.
Are there any surprises so far in terms of baseball? I have not been following
For teams,
it all. Yeah, in
I mean
terms of,
Tampa in first place, but
the Mets came out hot.
yeah.
again.
like Joe's right. You gotta wait till at least I think Memorial Day to even get a good assessment
40,
of what
40
your team's-
games in.
Yeah, it's a little before Memorial Day.
That's 25% of the season. If we're 10 and 30, or not 10, we're not gonna be 10 and 30.
If we're in
but
last place Memorial Day, you might as well kiss the season goodbye.
if we're like 15 and 25, I think we're done.
This is how I know it's a bad season. I got tickets for $6
I saw that.
on Marathon Monday, which
$6.
is usually the number one price ticket next to opening day.
Yeah,
I could have got opening day tickets
Well,
for
the Red Sox are
$25.
winning right now.
that's pretty.
That's good. I wouldn't know that if we had another TV.
3-0.
If you're 500 at the All-Star break,
How about the
you're
Bruins
all
or the Celtics? What time are they on?
right. Are they both on tonight?
Yeah, 7:30, I think.
Oh,
Still
no.
want to know how they were playing at the same time in the same stadium. I go Magic.
Oh man.
Celtics are already on.
Like how they're playing the ice.
Oh, the Celtics are already on.
Do you want to? Nola, want to change the channel for us?
Change it.
Nola,
Still
Nola.
working, still
what
working on
channel's
that. Huh?
TNT.
8:33.
It was funny. I've been going to the gym in the morning lately. And
Nice.
The,
You
o-
go with Joe? Because he goes to the gym in the morning too.
the only thing on is like they have all the TVs there, but and there's the news and Charmed.
Ooh,
I watched
Charmed.
Charmed with Shannon Doherty, and
Nice.
every episode they have low cut tops.
I remember, yeah. Oh God, Shannon 30. Yeah.
Remember, it was Shannon Doherty, that Rose McGowan bitch, who
Yeah.
ended up being a pain in the ass, and then even though she had a point,
Alyssa Milano, right?
and Alyssa Milano, yeah.
Fucking Who's the boss?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And but like every morning it's on. It's like, oh, I'm watching Charmed while I work out.
When I was a kid, Shannon Doherty was on 90210.
Yes.
And she was always getting into trouble.
Yes, she was. And in real life, she would too.
And for the better part of my adolescence, when I was a young man, when I was going through puberty, I thought I was sexually attracted to her. But I felt like if I ever had an opportunity to have sex with her, I wouldn't, because the way my mother would talk about her was that she was carrying every disease under the sun.
Maybe.
You know, maybe she was. I don't know.
Her eyes are kind of lopsided if you
Yeah.
stare at her like long enough.
She looks like she had a mini stroke.
She's had breast cancer, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the good thing about getting breast cancer is, if there is a good thing, a silver lining, if you will, you get your boobies removed, right?
And get implants.
But then you get as big as you want.
Yeah,
You know? Let's
exactly.
go big or go home, you know?
Yeah.
If you were on the itty bitty titty committee,
Yeah.
you could be the big juggers.
I used to know a girl who like it runs in her family. Like it was almost
The
automatic.
BC, really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
like booby cancer. Booby cancer.
Booby cancer.
But like it runs in her family, and I said to her once, I was like, "Why don't you just be proactive, actually get them removed,
Yeah.
and then get implants? Because then it eliminates any kind of that possibility."
Yeah.
And she was like, "No," and I'm like, "Well, that's stupid." I feel like if it's almost a guarantee, it's like we're talking like 3 or 4 generations here.
Yeah.
We're not talking just like one isolated.
I was fascinated. So I thought, so this is how naive I am. Many moons ago, I thought when you had the breast removed, they took the goodness underneath the boob, and that's it. I didn't realize they take the nipple too.
Whoa, I did not.
They
I
take
did
the
not-
little, and then when you after you get it taken out, they sew it so your nipples close like a belly button, and then they give you a tattoo of a nipple. And the only reason I know this is because my mother used to order nipple tattoos at the hospital when she worked at as a buyer. And like, nipple tattoos? What is that? She's like, when you get breast cancer. I go, what do you mean breast cancer? I thought they kept the nipple. Apparently the cancer could travel in. What's the brown spot around the nipple?
The areola.
Areola and like the nipple. The cancer could go in there too, so they got it. And then they sew it like a fucking, like when you have a teddy bear and it loses his eye and you sew it close to the stuffing doesn't come out. And then they throw a tattoo on there. Imagine
You know what? I'd still actually rather prefer that. I've seen some awkward nipples, man. On porn. You ever seen the ones that look like pinky fingers, like they stick up like aliens?
I'm terrified of the Puerto Rican nipple. It's like the size of my thumb, and the fucking and the darkness around it. It's like
the areola is National Geographic.
It's half the size of the boob.
Yeah.
I think there's a point when your boob is a certain diameter, the areola should not be half that diameter.
No,
I think that's a problem.
I've seen.
What about you, Joe? What do you think?
In porn, I've seen ones that are like the areola, the nipple protrudes way out like a lake.
Yeah, that's funky. Every time I see a nipple that protrudes more than say what half an inch it's supposed to. If I see like an inch out, I think it was a dog, or like I think of an udder of a cow. I just want to get down there and a machine and just start tweaking it.
Like, how would you feel if you saw...
I've never seen one in real life, thank God.
Well, that's why I'm about to educate you.
I mean, I've seen pictures, I guess, but...
Yeah, like what would you... Like, imagine if you took... And that you saw that long-ass nipple.
It looks like a fucking... You're right, it looks like a finger.
Yeah, it does. Oh, the brightness up there. Yeah, I mean, that would not...
Yes.
No.
Joe, what do you think of this? Would you suck on that? It looks like a finger. It's as big as my little finger.
I've seen worse than that, actually.
Is that a nipple or is that a small penis?
That is a nipple. Oh.
It's like a girl with a big clitoris. It's like, is that a giant clitoris or is that a small penis?
Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. Look at this one.
You gotta be careful sometimes.
That's just too much. It's like...
Holy long nipples.
Long,
that is not cool.
No, it's not.
No, it doesn't do anything for me.
I mean, if you're a baby, it's probably great.
I guess so. Maybe she had a lot of babies. Maybe she had like a herd. Maybe she has a pack of babies that she all had at once. Like when a dog has like 8 nipples because you have 8 kids.
Well, that makes sense.
You know,
they're a dog, but yeah, human, no. Not like a cow udder.
A cow udder, forget about it. I was minutes away of seeing a cow give birth at Richardson's a few weeks ago. And boy, that would have ruined my day.
I got to go back there because I'm still mad you got to pet the damn donkey and I didn't.
Yeah, the donkey is almost ate my ice cream.
His name is Mr. Shagswell.
Is that what his name is? Yeah,
that's what we know. That's what I know.
Oh, it's a sad donkey.
He kept moving away every time I tried to pet him.
They had goats there. I don't know where the goats went.
I didn't see any goats.
Last year they had goats. This year they didn't. I didn't see any goats. Maybe they're not in goat season.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't see Tom Brady there, so. Shagswell. Imagine if a donkey was just living in this apartment. Imagine if we just had a donkey just come out of the bedroom.
They all look sad, though. You notice that? They have that look on their face that always looks sad, even if they're not.
They kind of look like they're like,
I love donkeys. They're awesome.
Like Tommy, a little Tommy the dog.
Donkeys and otters are pretty cool. I like otters.
How about what's those alpacas? Do you like alpacas?
Not bad.
Alpacas are a combination of like a dog and like a sheep and a mini like giraffe, I guess. Like, I don't know. They're furry. They're cute. They're fun. There's an alpaca farm up in New Hampshire.
Interesting.
That you can go and pet alpacas.
I have been watching on Netflix. They have
get lunch.
Alpaca lunch.
You could alpaca lunch. Alpaca your ass.
Netflix has this new special called Our Planet, and honestly, some of the footage on it is I've never seen such amazing footage.
National Geographic shit.
Kind of like that, but I've never seen anything this amazing. But the second episode has this thing with walruses, and they're like killing themselves by plummeting off of ledges.
Oh my God, why?
Not intentionally. It's
like
because
by accident?
And it is because of climate. I will say it is because of climate change and crap. But the thing is, like, so all these walruses, they end up on like these ledges, and they weigh over like a ton.
Yeah.
And they have to try to get back down, but the bodies, there's so many of them compacted on like this cliff.
Yeah.
That like they try to come down, and they end up tumbling down the cliff.
They knock
to
each
their death.
other down. Oh God.
Yeah, and like it's just kind of horrifying and nasty to watch. Like I couldn't imagine videoing this because it's like it was just so messed up to watch them just.
It's fucking horrific.
Like tumble down to the water and bounce off the rock ledges.
Well, I mean, you've probably seen that the turkey population is populating like fucking crazy. I've seen more wild turkeys in the last like few couple years.
Yep, hawks too.
And when turkeys get hit by a fucking 18-wheeler, it is an explosion. I'm driving on the highway last week, and I seen all this red meat and feathers all over the highway. There must have been a turkey that this 18-wheeler just didn't stop and just exploded.
I think it's against the law to kill those too intentionally.
Yeah, they're protected by the fucking wildlife or something. You can't hunt a wild turkey. I don't think you can do that.
Same thing with those freaking Canadian geese. They're protected too.
Yeah.
Did you know that they were on the verge of extinction back in the 40s?
Really?
Yeah, and then they put laws on that you couldn't now look at them.
They're taking down airplanes. Look at fucking Sully.
They're horrible.
But those fucking people in that airplane wish those Canadian geese were dead. Right? And then you got a guy with a Flavor Saver mustache who flew a plane like a glider and landed into the ocean.
They're nasty too. They got that black tongue and they hiss at you.
Yeah, fuck them.
I can't say
You know?
Canadian geese.
Do you know what the state bird is from Massachusetts? Do you have any idea? Me and Stu had this discussion last night. I said turkey because I figure, Thanksgiving
They are
pilgrims.
smart,
No, it's
but
like a small.
Yes,
small
it is.
that's
Do
a
you know the name
rational
of it?
guess though.
If he knows this, what?
It's Joey.
I don't know. He's saying he's dancing around it.
It's like a Baronese.
It's named after one of the favorite cities of the state of yours.
Hold on.
Joe loves this city. Back in the day, like 15 years ago, he used to go and stay in a hotel in the city all the time.
Oh.
Huh?
No.
Chicopee is the city.
No, you're close. You're really close.
It's a Chicopee.
Replace the P with another letter and you got it.
Oh, Chickabee?
Yes,
Chickadee, that's
yes.
right,
Yeah.
Yes. Joe's favorite city.
It's a black-caped chickadee.
The only guy I know who would stay at a hotel at Chicopee.
They took the hotel down.
They did. What did they turn it into?
Nothing. They just took it down.
Was it like a motel?
Yeah, it was trashy.
Yeah. It was near the Six Flags, was it? Something like that?
It wasn't Six Flags at the time.
Oh, it was River Country? Or Riverside?
Riverside. Oh man.
I never went there when it was
I
Riverside.
went there when it was Riverside.
Did you? Yeah. Was it
I haven't
bad?
been there back since though, since it's been Six Flags.
I haven't.
I never actually went to Six Flags or Riverside when we stayed at that hotel either.
You just hang out there?
Yeah, it was just a random hotel that I think we found.
Nice.
There was a bowling alley next door.
Was
We
it like
used
a
to go
hookup?
bowling there.
Did you guys getting like tuggies and something like that? Like,
No, I don't know why we chose this place. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you why.
Interesting.
But it was just like the statue that used to be there. I think it got sold or donated. There was like this huge
I
pilgrim looking statue thing.
haven't been to Six Flags since 2006.
You prefer the Five
I was
Flags?
there when it was Riverside. I wasn't there when it was Six
I
Flags.
went there
Same with me.
twice since it was Six Flags. I went there in 2006.
Did they have the water park?
They went to the
yet
water
there?
park.
Yeah.
I got in trouble for walking out of the water park into the regular park with no shirt on. You can't do that.
That's stupid.
Yeah, the water park wasn't anything to write home about anyways. It's kind of gross. All I got was like some trashy like Springfield people and Hartford people.
I hate water
Like the
parks.
trash, all the trash in Western Mass and Connecticut would go to this park.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a fun family place like Canopy Lake. You
I
know
don't
what I
like
mean?
water parks. How you feel about hotel like sheets is how I feel
Yeah.
about water parks.
Water parks are disgusting.
I love water
Tim
parks.
Tracker
I
loves
love
them
water
though.
parks, man.
I've always said I don't care how much chlorine, how much you treat it, doesn't change the fact that all that water has touched everybody's asshole.
That's true.
That's I don't care.
Even when you open your mouth as you get,
God!
get some asshole water.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Some fat like obese person, and it's just the water's getting into their folds and in their
Yeah.
ass, and there's a bunch of them.
It's true. And just
Good
think
old butt water.
every hot tub you go into, just think there was some sex going on. In there.
Oh God! It's like
I don't care how hot the water is. You're still not killing semen.
Is Cocoa Keys still open? The indoor water park. I
Cocoa-
think it's in Peabody. think that's still open.
Yes, it's in the Marriott or in that area. Yeah,
An indoor. It's like a
yeah,
harbor
it's attached
for
to the
bacteria.
hotel.
Oh man.
Smoky Mountain or something like that, or something mountain.
Ugh.
The hell's it called?
Ugh.
It's the place out in Pittsburgh. It's like a something lodge, Smoky Lodge, or something like that. It's a big giant water park.
God.
And it's
Indoor.
Ooh,
No.
no, it's Great Lodge. Yeah, if we got married in that place up in the middle of the state, that's where they would have had us stay.
See, I can suck it up and do an outdoor water park. Indoor, no way. No
The
fucking
smell
way.
of an indoor water park. Indoor
No.
water parks actually creep the fuck out of me. I don't know why.
They're way worse because it's more humid, so the bacteria it
and it's the
grows
lighting,
more.
and it's like so like in Milwaukee for some reason, or Wisconsin as a whole, they're like the water park capital state of the country. I don't know why. Well, it doesn't even make sense because it's like not that warm there most of the time, but they have these. So they have all these indoor water parks too. I stayed in a hotel in downtown Milwaukee that had an indoor water park. It creeps me out. Like if I'm in a movie theater and there's an empty ceiling tile that's removed, it freaks me out. I do not like anything that's high. Like I just get the. I don't know. I can't do it.
Are you afraid? Yeah, I think I understand.
Something's
what
gonna
you're
fall
afraid of.
down.
That happened to me once.
Something fell from the ceiling.
Yes, I was at
Oh,
the
come on.
IMAX. I don't know what the hell it was,
creeped
but
out.
something. I was at the IMAX actually at Jordan's in
Redden?
was that Wakefield or Reading?
I think it's
I think it's
somewhere there,
Reading,
yeah, one of them.
technically. And something, I don't know what it was, but something hit me off the top of the head, and it hit me
Ugh.
so hard that like it wasn't somebody might have thrown something.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
an
a- it
asshole.
was down.
And the trajectory was like this, and it definitely came from the. It hurt. I actually screamed. I was like, "Ow,
God.
fuck!" Right, and I looked up, and I'm trying to see where it might have. And I saw like this little spot that it might have fallen. I still don't know where it fell from, but
Yeah, it creeps me out. I remember in the movie theater in Danvers at the AMC.
I like that one actually.
Yeah,
my
it's
favorite
nice,
ones.
but there was a period of time before they renovated. It was
Ugh.
getting kind of trashy and
Yes.
gross. And the seats were disgusting, and there were stains, and they were missing ceiling tiles, and it used to freak the fuck out of me. I used to be so uncomfortable. Like, I can't. And then I always think about the guy who has to change the lights up there, too. That freaks me out, too. There's a catwalk above there that you can walk above the ceiling, and you just reach and pull the lights up and change it so you don't have to bring a lift up because it'd be impossible to change those lights, you know?
Yeah.
But it always freaks me out. Stuff like that gives me the skeevy-jeebies, you know? That and going to bed with wet hair in a hotel.
Ugh,
Nothing's worse than a wet pillow
I don't
from
like
a
that.
strange hotel.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than a hotel pillow, period.
Yeah, I know how you are about hotels.
You think I'm a fucking freak? I'll bring my own pillow sometimes, but I will.
Yeah, you sleep in
I
your
gotta
hoodie.
find a pillow that you can compress into a bag, like when those sections, like, whoop, to suck the air out.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can make it really small, that I can pop my own pillow in a hotel.
That'd be kind of cool.
Jeez.
Just buy the vacuum sealer.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at that level, I became a Howard Hughes type level of skeevy-jeevy. You know, I think at that point, I might as well not go anywhere.
EBGB.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you get to that point where it's like, it's bad enough I'm tucking my sweatpants into my socks and then my sweatshirt into my sweatpants and putting a hood on and sleeping with no covers on with heat jacked up laying on my back.
Yeah, you go all out. I've seen you. You like.
And I don't stay at shitty hotels for the most part.
no,
The
you
decent
don't. There's
hotels
normal hotels.
still skews me out.
I've also seen you not do all that.
Depends how hammered I
I
am.
was gonna say.
There's a hammered level.
Yeah.
Oh
On the bedspread, on the top of the. No, the bedspread
Yeah,
not
just-
even thrown up.
no! Big spread's always off. Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
No,
yeah.
come on.
I wonder how much alcohol it would take. For,
Nothing skews me out than my cousin Ricky once. Me, Doubleback, and his brother Anthony were all in Clearwater, Florida at a La Quinta Inn. And cousin Ricky's all half naked, cuddled up in the top of the bedspread like a fucking cocoon. I wanted to throw up.
Ugh.
I think I slept in my suitcase that night. I opened it up and just slept in it.
Yeah.
You know, it's disgusting. Nola, do you have to eat that blanket? Or what?
Yeah, she hasn't stopped.
That's good. Oh, this is good. It's a good score right here.
I'd still rather sleep on the.
What Boston team's most likely to win tonight, do you think? Yankees, Bruins, or the
The
Celtics?
Patriots.
I'm gonna say Bruins, even though they're
I think the Celtics win.
still good.
Think
Yeah,
so?
I
they're
think
still
all
good.
three of us win tonight.
Ooh, look at you.
Oh, look at you. Fucking full Monty, if you will, huh?
I like you.
Well,
yeah,
the one team that
optimism.
has to win is the
Red
Bruins.
Sox.
Yes.
Nah,
Well,
fuck,
yeah.
So at this point, the Red Sox are. I wrote them off.
How do you like? Have you watched hockey like all season?
Occasionally, yeah. I'll pop it
Occasionally.
like once a week. I don't
How
religiously
surprised are
watch.
you with Columbus sweeping Tampa Bay?
Pretty. I mean, you get the fucking president. Even though the President's Trophy is essentially bad luck, every team that gets the President's Trophy usually gets taken out in the playoffs or
yeah,
does
but
not
in the
win.
first round. Like
I mean, it's happened. I mean, it's not an
a
oddity.
team 15 games worse than them.
I mean, the
Like,
Bruins
that-
got taken out in the second round after winning the President's Trophy one year. So,
yeah, but
mean, it
that was
happens.
in a better matchup. Like
Columbus is
was-
not a bad team.
Yeah, 15 games worse than Tampa though.
Yeah, but
Not 15 points. 15
I know,
games.
but Columbus is not. Columbus overall is a better team. Tampa just got hot. I mean, I don't know. I guess it all depends on when you get hot and when you play, or what teams you play at certain times too.
I mean, unless Columbus matches up, they might match up better with Tampa. I have no idea. I just when I saw that when they were up 3-0.
Tampa's a fast, high-scoring, physical team. Columbus is more strategic of a type of a team. I think they're. I don't know. I think they're more of a strategized team. I think they are more smarter in hockey than say Tampa's more like a big muscle guy just fucking trying to shoot the puck. And fast. Tampa's fast. So if you could somehow slow down the guys, and it's all injuries and stuff like this. I mean, I'm more surprised that the Islanders swept Pittsburgh.
They were much closer.
I mean, you have the fucking what's his face on Pittsburgh.
Sidney Crosby.
Crosby. I mean, that guy's the best in the fucking Eastern Conference.
I don't know much.
I don't
I
know.
wish I did. But
And who's Washington playing right now?
Carolina. They're up 2-1.
Washington is I mean, I just don't want to. We have to play. I mean, unless someone takes out Washington, you don't want to play Washington.
We match up with Columbus. Whoever wins that series.
Basically, the only team in our way right now, if we can get past Toronto, which is like the thorn on our side.
Yeah, we're not good against them.
I mean, we've been playing them since 1924. We've had
Yeah.
over 650 games against the team.
yeah.
So, I mean, it's the thorn in our side is the Toronto Maple. Even though the Toronto Maple Leafs are basically the Red Sox before 2004, where they've gone so long without winning. They're the lovable losers of the state of the country, of Providence, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that with Pittsburgh dropping out and Tampa dropping out, the path for the Bruins is pretty much not easy, but it's easier because the teams that they're going to have the hardest matchup against is going to be Pittsburgh or Tampa. And if somehow out of America, Washington, they've only won once out of 23 times against them. If somehow we can get Washington to lose, I think we'll be okay. If it will. And the best part about it, I was hoping we were going to play an LA team if we could, but we can't. The closest we could do is play the Ducks, which is in the LA area, which we can't do that either because they didn't make the playoffs. But we could play. Now here's the thing. Now if we play San Jose, right? Right?
San Jose.
And say the Celtics play Golden State, it's the Bay Area. We could beat the Bay Area twice in 1 year, just like we beat LA.
Clippers are going to beat the Golden State Warriors in the first
Do you
round.
feel like with the Celtics that they've kind of turned it on a little bit more during the playoffs? Do you feel like there's actually a little bit more chemistry during the playoffs?
I think there's always been chemistry there. I think they're a type of team that, I mean, a talented team doesn't need to really turn it on. They just got to play.
Yeah, but you still have to have that kind of chemistry. I mean, you don't want that shit spooling over into the postseason.
Yeah,
into the regular
but
season,
you know what I think? Yeah, but I think playoffs is a different animal. I think even if you're a team that doesn't really jive in the regular season, I think in the playoffs it's the big pitches there. You know what I mean? They all want to win. That's the idea at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you put together a matchup of a bunch of these guys to, all stars, if you will. You know, and everyone kind of falls in place and knows their role. And I think especially the team like a Celtics. I mean, you have Kyrie Irving, who's basically.
I am getting sick of him. I'm saying
he's a little whiny. He's a little whiny bitch.
All of his interviews, he turns into being about him. Like it is true. Like
but maybe
It's his interview.
he thinks he's LeBron, but he's not LeBron. Like he's good. He's great. Kyrie Irving's great.
But he is
he's
a
not
psychopath. So maybe he's not really like maybe he's not that crazy. Maybe it's all an act. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I guess you really don't know.
But his interviews are all like they'll ask him about the team, and then it turns into I.
Do you know how how we know what players are good and what players are bad? We'll find out in July.
Yes.
Because we'll find out who's here, who's not here,
Who's not.
who they tried to sign, who they didn't try to sign. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna get a real. See, this tied it up right there. Look at that. Boom. We're gonna get a
Wow, look at that.
real picture of what this team really is and who really is. I mean, they can win the championship and they blow the team up. I mean, that's not a possibility. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like I remember earlier in the season, Gordon Hayward obviously coming back from his injury. He looked like ass, like a shadow of his former self. Do you feel like he's kind of come back
improving.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
I just don't think. I mean, coming back from an injury like that, you're obviously going to baby that leg.
You have some rust. It's going to be a while. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think what happened is the young kids got too high on their horse.
Yep.
Last year because they had to. And now that they don't, here's the thing: you have two guys who are ahead of them, who are more veteran players, and then they went down, Hayward and Kyrie. So you're a young guy and you have to come up in your high. So you're expected to do much. Like if you're at work and your boss is down, you got to do the work.
Yeah.
When your boss is back, though, you don't get the boss's job.
Yeah.
You got to kind of earn that.
This reminds me of 3 years ago and 2 years ago's Red Sox. So 3 years ago we Ortiz's last season, we were phenomenal. All the young kids were playing great. Mookie Betts, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Yeah.
And then the year after Ortiz left, last year or the year before, no one lived up to what their expectations were.
Okay.
And then the next year, so last year, they're back to they knew their places and they were performing where they should be.
Yeah.
I think you can see that with the Celtics. I don't think they make it past the second round.
Oh, come on.
But I think next year they win the finals.
They're the best team on paper in the East. Hands down.
On paper,
I don't give a shit what their record says.
Oh no!
So, talent on the court, best team in the East. Who's better than them?
I agree with you, but I do think
what team in the East has more talent than them?
Not Milwaukee.
No way. Two of them are injured.
Well, Toronto.
You're not going to get the Greek. He's
Raptors
gone. He's done. He's going to be.
Not injured.
He's at 50%. He has an ankle injury. He's nursing it for the whole fucking playoffs.
Well, Toronto.
And the other guy, the big scorer on the team, what the hell? Not the Greek guy. The other guy. He's done.
Chris Middleton.
Yeah. Boom. Toronto. You have what's his face that they traded for, from San Antonio.
Kawhi Leonard. And Kyrie Irving.
Whoa.
I was going to say, wow. That's
what
going to be
happened?
interesting.
Kyle Lowry.
Lowry, okay.
And
Leonard's all about himself. Here's the thing with Kawhi Leonard, and he showed the same exact thing in San Antonio last year. If the team starts struggling or starts to lose, he gives up and shuts down. That's what he did in San Antonio. That's why they traded him. So
he's good. Don't get me wrong.
He's good if the team's doing good, but he's a reflection of how good the team's doing. So if the team's not doing good, he's gonna shut down.
Yeah.
Especially playing for a team he really doesn't want to play for because he wanted to get traded to LA, and they traded him to another country. So, I mean,
Yeah, the kids need to be humbled.
I think statistically, talent-wise, the Celtics are the best team. Why in terms of how they're playing or have they played this season, I say they leave a lot to be desired. But I believe if you match all these teams up in the East on paper, day one of the season, last of the year that started, you would say the Celtics by hands down should have.
One of the season or right now?
No, I'm saying the way they're playing the season does not reflect how they really should be. Now the
I agree.
playoffs is completely different. You might as well erase everything and start from scratch, because nothing you do in your regular season reflects your playoffs other than the 2 teams you played. Look at that dog, dirty dog. But as for the West, I really haven't paid much attention to the West this year. I was actually surprised about the Clippers, but the dog looks like a cartoon. Freaking freaky looking dog it is. The hand looks like a kangaroo.
Not pampered at all. No, these dogs are so neglected. Let me tell you.
You want one? We're giving them one away.
I
Caller 15 gets a free dog. Starting the calls.
well, I did need to make some side money, so I would probably sell Tommy for meat.
Do you want to make some side money? You could be their dog walker. You could babysit him for us when we go away.
I don't think I love you guys too much to want to ever work for any of you or take money from you because I just like you guys.
What if I got you jobs giving hand jobs on the side?
Nah.
What if I got you a job of girls would pay you for hand job you?
We all have a price.
Could you imagine if there's girls out there who just want to jerk off dudes and were willing to pay dudes to jerk them off?
Ruboneout.com.
What kind of world would we live in?
Let's
Can you imagine
script, Arty.
if girls are walking down the street and they stop and be like, hey, excuse me, I'll give you $20 so I can jerk you off? What? First of all, I'd be like, cop.
Yeah, right? Yeah, wait a second. I'm going to check you for a while.
Yeah. But imagine. Like, because the girls get nothing out of jerking someone off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, what do they get out of it?
I'm sure there
callus?
are people that would be...
They get a callus and a messy hand.
Everyone's got a price, though.
I guess so. Anything can be bought.
Yes.
I mean, Eric was one beer away of getting a blowjob from a dude.
Oh.
You know that line.
Yes, I do. I know that story.
I wish I had another beer. Because I would have paid to see that.
Was this before or after he dipped his manhood in the bowl?
This is after.
Was it after? Same day?
No, different day.
Different day. Okay.
Yeah. Dipping his manhood. Nothing like him dropping his trousers and putting his balls and dick in a bowl of spaghetti where spaghetti would go. I really hope they washed that stuff in that apartment. I didn't even, when we stayed in that apartment the next year, like a few months later, I did not want to even sleep in that bed.
I love how everyone was willing to concede to let him have his own room because of just who he is.
Yeah, I mean, Maddie was all about staying with him.
Well, I remember this. Remember the. Remember
Yeah.
the next day we walked past his room and could hear weird sounds like.
Oh yeah, I scared the hell out of him because I left his door was unlocked. I just like barged in, and he was like in his underwear on his iPad. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "I was about to jerk off." Yeah, tell me more. So I go to his place of work on Marathon Monday after the race, and I go in and sit at the bar, and I've been told to leave the bar because there's a private party in there. I go, oh, okay. And then I went over to the outside area, right on the main drag.
We'll call this the Big T. Was this at the Big T?
Yes, I was asked to remove myself from that area because someone reserved the outside for a party. I'm like, I feel like a second-class citizen right now. I had to go sit in the patio, like on the side.
He couldn't pull any strings.
No, and there was all these yuppie people who must have ran the marathon for the first time, and they were having a big big party. All right, you run the marathon, cool.
Yeah.
You invite 30 people to have a party afterwards after you run?
Yeah, that's a little.
Like, talk about desperate for friends.
I mean, if they were all
no one has that many fucking friends.
No, they don't. If they were, unless you're a LARPer, they have a ton of them.
Maybe, yeah. I think I'm thinking I have borderline too many friends right now.
Yeah.
The NFL Network? Oh, Jeopardy. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be one thing. Let's say it was an after party for the marathon committee, and it happened to be
it was for
there.
one person that ran.
That's ridiculous.
And it was like, oh my God, you ran. They're like, oh, that's so great of you. Like they discovered the cure of cancer.
Yeah.
I go, you ran 26 point, was it 26 point what? 6 miles, 3?
Would you feel like an asshole if that person just overcame cancer and like that was their big thing to come back?
Probably,
You know, but
but
you
it
don't
was.
know.
It was.
You don't know.
It was
You
a
know?
college kid,
Yeah.
and it had all these college friends, and it was probably like a rich family rented out
Yeah.
tiers to fucking drink there or whatever like that.
Granted, if you overcame some major adversity, well,
Maybe.
you have it. But we don't know this, so we're going with.
If I had that many friends, I'd be concerned. I'm surprised I could get you guys to come around often. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you want double-digit friends that you hang out with on a regular basis. I think that becomes too many.
I think you.
Yeah, I need enough to fill a basketball team. You know?
Yeah.
Without a bench.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I would take a starting lineup on maybe a hockey team. If we have enough friends to get together, a pickup game of basketball or hockey, we're good. Maybe even some stickball, you know, playing some, reduced positions.
Well, I think it's more like the friends that you have, the one you turn to for different things. Like I have friends who I've known for a long period of time who I would go to for this, or it's you know what, I need a vent, I need to talk to about this.
I'm talking about
You know
like a collective group of friends that all go out.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That's like borderline communism.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I think about all the guys or girls growing up, right? Who always had these group of friends, and there were like 10 of them. And they always did everything together. And God forbid one missed something out. There was like the FOMO. It was fear of missing out. They always had to travel together, right?
Yeah.
And then you look back at them, right? 10 years later, none of them are married. None of them have kids. None of them can keep a steady boyfriend because they're always too competitive with their other friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even look at the housewives. You get 5 broads together. That causes problems.
I think women are worse. Yeah, even you ever seen a car full of girls, like a bunch of squawking hens?
Yeah. I look at a group of girls in the mid-20s. I go, you guys are going to be single for a very long time because you have no independent. What? Surprised me.
I mean,
the hockey game? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought you would ask me what my channel preference would be.
What channel is the Nesson?
851.
I will say though, it is interesting. I mean, I feel like when all of us that are all different characters do get into a group, all of us are like a storm. We are a hurricane. Like we are loud. We're obnoxious. It is loud.
We're naturally obnoxious people.
You know, I will say that, and I'm not going to try to defend it at all. We're all very.
We have to look around and look at each other and appreciate each other because there's not many people on this planet that would even tolerate us for more than a half hour.
And I can admit that I'm not delusional and thinking we're special. We're loud. We're obnoxious.
We're terrible human beings. When you think about us collectively, all you have to do is read our group text messages and realize how terrible of human beings we are. Yeah. And like it's mind blowing that we can get anyone to even date us, or even like associate themselves with us, or even say they know us.
Yeah,
it's fascinating to me.
Well, there are times I can't even communicate.
Really
honestly, I will put my phone down. Like I might be in a work meeting, and there are times I have been in a work meeting, left work, and then I look at my phone and it says 28 messages, and I'm thinking, oh my god, did somebody die? I look at it, it's just you guys going back and forth over something. It's not, and I'm like, okay, all right, at least I know everything's okay.
I want to go on a limb and say if I hope someone dies, it's more of a text message as being maybe a phone call.
Yeah.
I think I probably talked to everyone in this room other than Sue on the phone probably a dozen times, maybe total. Like everyone in that group text, I probably talked to actually physically on the phone maybe 12 times total.
I think me probably, but it's fine. I'm like 3.
I don't think I've never had a conversation of Powers on the phone.
Really?
Yeah, I think I've called you to look for something.
Yeah, you've called me for something.
A text message wasn't working. Like I need an immediate response. Like you're outside or something like that.
Yeah, outside.
Me and Doubleback used to chit chat back in the middle school days.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about banging bronze.
Because you had to back then. I mean, it was expensive.
And you had no text messaging back then.
It was expensive if you did.
Yeah, Nextel, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get a phone call from America, that's when I think someone died.
Yeah, I would answer, honestly.
Yeah.
If I see one of you guys calling me, I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, if I got a phone call from you, someone died.
Yes.
You know? What happened?
When we were in Florida and we FaceTimed
yeah.
Joey.
Oh, you FaceTimed everyone in this room, and we all hit. We just hit.
No, when me and you were, when we got stuck.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you and your bachelorette party, you FaceTimed everyone in the living room. We all denied you because we were really confused why you were FaceTiming all 5 of us. It was like me, Adam, it was Eric, and it was like Joe's. I think Joe's.
No, you. It was your cousin after the Revs game.
Okay,
it was you, me, and your cousin, and I remember Susie was hammered and going to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You decided it was that.
I gotta go.
You decided that was the proper time to bring FaceTime into the restroom. You know, some people choose other times differently, but I guess that's what.
Yes, yeah. But if you get
felt
a call
the need.
from me, someone died.
Yeah.
I'm ultra pissed off, but it might have nothing to do with you. I just need to vent, and it's really bad. But you haven't seen that like that. But that could happen.
Yeah.
I just need to fucking vent. It's something really, really, really anger-inducing.
Like you're calling off a wedding or something like that.
Oh, like
you just walked in, your fiance 12 inches deep on a guy that looks like he should be playing for the Nigerian International Basketball League.
It is like you got to talk me off of a ledge, buddy, because I'm fucking pissed right now.
There you go.
You know those calls. I think I've had only 2 of those in my entire life.
Well, the new iPhone update, the iWatch update, has a walkie-talkie feature.
Oh boy.
So I could walkie-talkie someone else with a phone. Did you have yours on yours? Can I walkie-talkie you?
Yeah, it's been. It was. I don't have it on right now.
Oh,
That was the update before the last update.
what was it? I want to start walkie-talking people. You can talk into your arm and be like, it'd be like a Nextelish.
Disabled it.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. Well, I talk to myself then. I'll fucking just walk around the living room like a lunatic.
Looking like you're talking to yourself.
I'll talk to my dogs. Anything. Who did I almost call the other day? Oh, Christ. I said something. It was like, Colin, Pedro G. I'm like, what?
Pedro G.
I think I told Siri to turn on the bathroom lights. He's like, Colin, Pedro G. I haven't talked to...
Just the other night.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Pedro G in about a decade. Boy, how he would be surprised if he got a phone call from me at 11:30 at night on a Friday. It's talking about someone who died.
Oh man.
Pedro G also he worked at a pizza place, and he was also
you telling me that.
he used it as a front to deliver drugs. When the drug he used to deliver was illegal, now it's legal. I think put him out of business.
Imagine if you went to jail for that, and you're still in jail for that, and now you're looking like it's legal. It would be so annoying. Wouldn't you be pissed off?
The doctor, what he got in trouble for, would have been a slap on the wrist now. Imagine that a decade ago.
That's insane. That's kind of that's annoying. I'd be so
One
annoyed.
thing that was bad back then, that'll probably still be bad today, is kiddie porn.
It should always be bad.
Yeah, never gonna. That's one thing that's never gonna go away.
I'm convinced there's a
Yeah.
special place in hell for those people.
Yeah, that's just sick.
Yeah.
Yo, wow, that's sick fucking people.
Obi-Wan, no leave it.
What?
Oh.
It's
Obi-Wan Nola.
I couldn't get
I know. I was trying to too.
oh, Nola One Kenobi.
Nola Kenobi. Yeah.
Nola One Kenobi.
Nova One Kenobi.
The force is strong of you, doggy. Ah, ooh. Ah, force is strong, is it? Ah, future is wise, is it not? Oh,
Okay. Found someone you have.
How big do you think Yoda's penis is?
You know what? I'm gonna go with it's bigger than you'd think because he's so small.
You think do aliens have sexual reproduction
It's
organs?
never been discussed, but we could roll with it.
I mean, every time you see an alien, like like the Greys as they call them, or whatever like that, the
Yeah.
big heads,
They're
big
no-
eyes.
no
You never ever
pee-pee.
see any like noticeable genitalia.
No pee-pee.
Maybe they have intellectual sex.
Or maybe because those are actually really suits and there's something else underneath
Could
that.
be. Maybe they go to the Ginger Man and they have intellectual talk.
Maybe.
Susie's favorite bar in Boston, the Ginger Man. I got in an argument with someone who said, "Dude, I just went to this great bar. It's called the Ginger Man."
I've never heard
It
of it.
wasn't one of you guys, was it?
No.
Who the hell was
I don't
it?
even know what that is.
It's where
Terrified of redheads.
Oh,
So I wouldn't. It wouldn't be me.
Ned Devines used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, over in that block.
Yes.
And it's now the Ginger Man. You walk in there, it's like a craft beer type place, and it has one TV. And
What-
the TV's about the size of this TV right there.
When did Ned Devines go in there? I remember there used to be lines out of that place.
Yeah, Ned Devines went to, or am I thinking, is it Ned Devines? What's the place in Faneuil Hall?
Susie,
Sue?
you're being summoned.
The place has the fake band. What's that? Is that Ned Devines?
Yes.
Yes, that's not the bad then. It's was McFadden's, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Where McFadden's was is where the Ginger Man is.
McFadden's.
And McFadden's on the block.
Okay.
That's like kinda down the street from like 60Ks and the Black Rose and all that.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay. I got it.
McFadden's,
Yes,
that's what it
yes,
was.
Yes.
So I used to know a girl whose dad was a bouncer there. That used to be the happening place to go to back in the, when I first turned 21 back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not called the Ginger Man. I forget who I got in an argument with. They said it was a great bar, and I wanted to punch him. I wanted to actually throw him in front of a train, if I could find a train to throw him in front of.
It still always
Enraged
blew my
me.
mind that McDonald's left Faneuil Hall because it's like if they had a walk-up area, like, you would think bars get out.
Oh, with the
late night
bankers?
menu. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it became with the bank. It became a bank, right?
Yeah, it became a
right?
bank, and now it's now it's still a bank.
Yeah. I still can't believe that McDonald's was taken out. It just seems like a gold mine to be there. But maybe rent was just too.
Well,
ridiculous
it's the
and stupid.
rent. Well, here's the
You
thing.
know?
So the thing with McDonald's is, okay, you ever see the movie The Founder?
No.
way-
That's with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, the
right?
way McDonald's makes their money isn't technically on the restaurant itself. It's pretty much a break even. The amount of money it costs to run the restaurant and to pay the employees is about how much they make a year. So give or take, right? The way they make the money on is they own the real estate. So you can't buy a McDonald's. You can't have a piece of land and put a McDonald's in there. McDonald's actually own that land first. They don't just put it in spots. Like, for example, in the mall, they own so they pay themselves the rent. So if you own a McDonald's, you're not paying yourself the rent because you own the building. You're paying the McDonald's corporation the rent money because they own the building.
It is different if you're in a mall, though.
Mall's different, because mall you pay in the mall. But I think that's why you don't really see many McDonald's, I guess, really in malls. They're usually in the parking lot.
There was one in Woburn Mall, which, by the way, I did go to.
Is that open?
No, it's not.
No.
I went because I was at the Market Basket. I
was going to go up there and check it out.
It was fenced off, and the thing is, Home Goods TJ Maxx is still open, and you can walk through the mall door on the other side, but then it's locked. You can't get access at other part of the mall. It's just TJ Maxx Home Goods.
Too bad. I wish I knew.
You know?
And I'm pissed off the Swansea Mall just closed, too, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
That's
And
the dead mall in Woburn?
Yeah.
I drove by there today.
Yeah.
huh,
Yeah, it looked totally dead.
I haven't been.
Right by there. Could have grabbed a drink.
And
So it was cheese. Wait, actually,
yeah.
on here we couldn't have.
I'm pissed I didn't go to the
Let's go
Swansea Mall. The Swansea Mall closed on March 31st. I worked there many moons ago. It was a dead mall 15 years
Yeah.
ago, but they're knocking it down, and maybe I'll break in. I do have my reflective vest and a hard hat, and pretty much you can get if you have a reflective vest, a hard hat, and a pair of glasses, and when you have some boots, you look like you're supposed to be in a construction site. Chances are no one's ever going to question you.
Yeah, depending on the time of day.
Oh yeah, I mean if there's a construction crew going on. And you walk in, the super's in the trailer. He has no idea. You just walk through with like a notepad, and you're looking around, and you just say, hey, what's up? No one, people working there don't give a fuck who the hell you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How many times I walk by a guy in a construction site, he could be there, he could not be there. You know what I mean? They don't know.
It's true.
I want to try that.
You should.
Think I'll get in trouble still?
What?
I'm going to pretend to be a construction worker. Sneak
Well,
into
I
construction
mean, the
sites.
thing is, if they're a crew that's been there quite a while, that they could be like,
Yeah,
"Who's
but
this guy?"
in a construction site, you got a crew, but you also have the subcontractors. You have subcontractors of the subcontractor. No one knows each other. You don't actually know 100% people at a construction
True.
site.
I do think someone might ask you, but I hope if you have a good story, you'd be fine.
Oh, you just
You
be like,
know,
oh, I'm working for,
inspector.
I'm like a subcontractor for electrician. And when I walk into a construction site like this, like I did today, with a hat on, they think I'm a fucking inspector or someone who's of great importance.
Yeah.
That's when you really get people attention. It's when you're really dressed up walking into a construction site.
With your luck, you'd say you're this kind of inspecting the bit, but he's right there.
Yeah. They don't even say, they don't even ask you. You just walk through. I have a clipboard and stuff.
Yeah.
What's this guy have?
71,000 again.
And he's going all in? Think he goes all in, or you think?
Final.
Because everyone else only has like $5,000, right?
He'll probably do 40 grand to try to set the record.
Because,
He already broke. Right?
I mean, all he has to do is get, the most they can do is double, right?
10 grand, yeah.
So he just has to get to 10 grand or a little bit more.
He'll bet 40 grand and try to break his own record again.
You think so?
He has the top 3 single game.
Do you think this guy's cheating?
No, he's a professional gambler.
Yeah, but do you think there's some kind of like, I mean, I don't know. I mean,
He's just smart.
I guess, but
Maybe it's a photographic memory. Memorize the whole damn book.
you don't think someone's giving him
Study book.
signals or signs, or someone's in the audience with the answers and they're kind of giving them like I don't know.
He's got a smug.
I mean, I always, when someone's like in a record like this, you always have to be like, this is for you, Graham.
I like
Who
his
is?
hairline. He's got a great hairline.
I'll tell you his friend. Did he win?
You know what? That's how you know you're getting older too. You look at other people like, I love that hairline. He's got a great.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Did he win?
Another 130.
Look at that.
That's the
Oh,
minimum.
you stop smirling like an asshole.
He's smirky.
Look at this smirky. Pretentious.
I don't trust this guy.
He looks too pretentious. Fuck
All right,
him.
I don't trust
I'm
this
done.
guy. I'm done. Something's happened. Something's fishy. He's getting signals. He's either like Rain Man.
Why is his hands behind his back? Is
I
he,
think
like, doing
someone's
something?
feeding him
no.
signals.
What the hell? What's going on here? Well, we're almost at the end of this anyway. We gotta.
Yeah, imagine if he
got
has
through
sex with this girl.
Maybe. Something's
He's
going
like,
on
"Yeah."
here.
So Ken Jennings set the record at 2.5 million. It took him 80 games.
Yeah.
This guy's at 670,000.
So he's a quarter of the way there in 10 games.
Hmm.
Who do you think? I'm telling you, who loses first? Alex Trebek or this guy?
Oh.
Just the way he plays.
Well, it's got to end at some point. He
Yeah.
can walk away. Doesn't it end for him? When would it end? for
Never.
him?
Someone beats him.
Someone beats him too, loses.
Isn't there? Don't they have seasons though? Did they have seasons?
No, you can play
Go-
Jeopardy until you die.
They'll go on a hiatus for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Sometimes, so they won't air his episodes.
You could play. No one can hear you, Joe.
But he can also call it quits. He can also call it quits though, right?
No.
No, it just keeps going.
He could die.
Well, it's got to end at some point. Everything's
Yeah.
got an end. Everything has an end.
Which leads you to the end of the show. Good segue.
Ooh, look at that. Everything has an end.
Whirlwind Potato.
Yes, check out the whirlwind potato growing. Like
It's two Adams this week.
Yes, there was. It was 2 of us.
So you should watch it. It's going to be wild.
Yes.
Nudie.
Thank you.
It's a nude Adam on it. And you
It
got...
is with big nipples.
Yeah, big ass finger nipples. And the Wicked Explorers and the Packy. Enjoy all. And enjoy both. And subscribe to this show, if you will. So enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Toodaloo. Bye-bye. by thepacky.com. Check out thepacky.com.